Geography asks the big questions: where, how, why, so what, and gives you the perspective to answer those questions with advanced technology and a solid knowledge of the world in which we all live. Hello, my name is Scott Reineman. I'm a geographer, and I teach in the Geography and Geospatial Technology program here at Sinclair.
And I'm Jackie Housel. I am also a geographer and teach in both programs. Our Geospatial Technology program and our Geographical Information Systems certificate is a good starting point for learning the knowledge and skill set required to work in the GIS field. Students with a range of education and experiences enroll in our program. Some are first-time college students, while others are returning to advance their careers.
It's more than just taking data, taking a map, putting it together, and just looking at a map that you created. It's analyzing what kind of data that you have, what the purpose of collecting that data is, finding out what its impact is on the geographical location that you're mapping, and also trying to maybe even see if there's a way to potentially solve the problem that you mapped. I mean, you can map stuff for fun, but most of the time you're mapping out problems or issues. And GIS is a great way, I believe, to illustrate to people different issues or problems going on in the real world.
The purpose of this video is to provide you with some general information about the Associate of Applied Science in Geospatial Technology and our short-term certificate that we offer at Sinclair.
Students enrolled in GIS courses have the opportunity to do problem-based work in their courses, which helps them build a portfolio to showcase their work for job interviews. In our classes, students work on their portfolios while working with community partners on projects. Here are some examples of past projects that students in the Geospatial Technology program have completed with data planning and community development. Students completed a walkability study to collect data about sidewalks in the northeast quadrant of downtown Dayton. Students created an index of physical, aesthetic, safety, and destination factors to assess sidewalk condition and general walkability. This study was used by the City of Dayton to talk about economic development in the area and in their transportation plan.
In another project, students researched, mapped, and evaluated mid-century modern historical buildings in downtown Dayton using a subset of LEED criteria to assess each of these mid-century modern buildings.
Also, in a partnership with Dayton's Public Works and Planning Department, students have assessed the tree canopy of Dayton, most and least vulnerable neighborhoods, which were determined by a socioeconomic index developed by the students themselves. Why? Tree canopy is related to the Urban Heat Index. This study is a starting point to identify where the city might want to plant trees.
Well, the tree equity project has been very interesting. We're doing that in one of my classes, the Advanced Spatial Analysis class, which has been a great class anyways. What we did was we took 3 or 4 factors of different socioeconomic pieces, and we created an index out of them. And I'm looking at the tree canopy in those areas to see how many trees there are, how many impervious surfaces there are, whether it's buildings or roads, sidewalks, and just comparing that to whether being in a disadvantaged neighborhood is having an effect and having potentially a lack of trees if that's correlating.
In addition to contributing to projects with community partners, students in the Geospatial Technology program can complete internships to apply their knowledge and skills in the field. Students have completed internships at many local government organizations and businesses, including the Miami Valley Regional Planning, City of Riverside, City of Brookville, Wolpert, and GeoPro Incorporated.
I think the very first one I worked on in the GIS program, we worked with Welcome Dayton to map various areas where there are immigrant-born people so we could understand how we could best serve those people in the city of Dayton, make sure they feel welcome and part of our community. So getting to work on a visualization based on the census data was really eye-opening that, hey, this really has a good practical application and can be very helpful.
Students in the Geospatial Technology program can add a GIS certificate to another degree program, or they can complete the certificate as a professional development for a current job. GIS students might also pursue the program to shift their career. Courses in the GIS certificate include GEO 1107, Introduction to GIS, GEO 1209, Map Design and Visualization, GEO 2210, Advanced Spatial Analysis. Throughout these classes, educational software is available for students to download to their home computers. In addition, students can access the same software for GIS courses in the Cassie Lab here at Sinclair.
What surprised me, I think, is mostly just how much I fell in love with this kind of work. All of the homework that I get in these classes, I don't feel like it's homework. I didn't think I would have so much pride in what I'm doing, and I am, and I love it.
GIS specialists and technicians can be found in a variety of fields such as these.
In addition, the skill set that you'll acquire by completing a GIS certificate is critical for jobs as geologist, environmental scientist, meteorologist, data analyst, ecologist, and more.
I enjoyed it way more than I thought I would. I kind of went into it thinking I should probably do this for my job. I'll punch the card, get the grade, and walk out. And I just really enjoyed the people I worked with, the instruction I had, and the program itself, all the opportunities that we had to work with people in Dayton and bringing people in to talk about real-world use of GIS, because ultimately if you just make a bunch of maps and it doesn't matter to anyone, then what's the point? But we actually not only learn the basics of it and the technical side of it, but how you can actually make that and improve the world around you.
There is so much to learn in this program, and while you do learn a lot, you're still only learning a small portion of what there is to know. The instructors are great. They're always willing to help and answer your questions and make sure you're on that right path.
It really expands your outlook on society and encourages you to, I guess, analyze things from different perspectives rather than just your own upbringing.
GIS is well worth your time. Geography is well worth your time. Understanding the world you live in a lot better is a wonderful tool to have. A lot of people kind of glaze along the surface, and this program allows you to get a little deeper and understand your community or different communities around that you want to study. And it gives you a context in life that you don't have before. So be open to any possibility you have within the program. There might be something that you're not familiar with that suddenly might become a new hobby or an interest for you. So be open to the opportunities and don't be afraid to say yes.
We hope this video has helped you to better understand the Geospatial Technology program here at Sinclair. Welcome to the program.